What's going on, guys? You're with Tech, and welcome to not story time. I guess, well, is this technically story time? I mean, it's not really a story, but it's like it's a time that we're gonna be spending it together, and later on you could like tell somebody the story about what I told you guys. I suppose it's like conversation time, but with story time just sounds so much better, man. I really should have thought this through. Anyways, welcome back to Fire Red Omega Egglocke Grinding, I guess. That's a more descriptive name, and it's just a lot less entertaining, and I can't print a t-shirt that just says Fire Red Omega freaking Egglocke Grinding. It just doesn't roll off the tongue so well, right? Anyways, today I don't actually have a story to tell you guys. I actually just want to talk to you a bit about my life, because things have been going on that are kind of exciting, kind of terrifying, and this is actually a topic I've just been wanting to talk about for a while. And I always get distracted in my videos, so I thought, why not just sit down and talk to you guys for a while. So, as most of you know, I assume most of you are young, oldish, middle-aged teens, like, you know, anywhere from like 14 to 17. I know I do have some older viewers as well, from like 18 to 23 and stuff like that. But when you usually are done with, you know, your main schooling life and stuff like that, you go off to college or university, as it is outside of America, because we're weird and have to have everything different, like Fahrenheit and college and miles. We're weird. All right, I try not to question it too much, but I actually have gone to college before. Back in 2013, I went to college for one semester, studying technically nothing. My technical major was production of radio and television, but I didn't actually get to take any classes that I actually wanted to because I was too late to registering, so I just took general education classes, which I didn't actually like that much. And I ended up actually dropping out of college because I lived about 50 miles from my college. I was driving down there and back 2 to 3 times a week. That's 100 miles round trip. It was too much driving for me, and I couldn't afford to live on my own down in a city, and I just wasn't enjoying the classes. I mean, I was taking classes that I had no passion for. I was just doing them because I had nothing else to do. Like, they were pretty much like the last 3 classes available. There was like one math class, one, I think I was taking political science, and I was taking... Actually, I took a theater appreciation class, and that was actually really cool. But I ended up dropping out of college because I really just had no passion to go. I mean, it wasn't worth the drive that I was making to go down there and back. It wasn't worth the gas. I wasn't enjoying what I was doing, and I'm just like, this isn't where. I'm wasting the school's time, and I'm wasting my time. So I just kind of stopped going, and I was actually supposed to go to school last year. I was enrolled in a different school. I was gonna have to do the commute again, but I was looking at getting apartments, like, or getting a roommate or something down in the city, which would have helped. And I actually had classes in my major, and it was like about a month from starting, and then the thing happened, and I got kicked out and moved to Colorado. I was just about to start going to college. I was just about to start getting my life on track, and boom, like that, all of a sudden I get kicked out and I go live in Colorado and Nebraska for a little while, and that kind of messed up everything. Like, I kind of wonder what my life would be like if I was going to college right now, but I've been thinking a lot lately. I make this to-do list every single day of things to do, and every single day for like the past 2 weeks I've put on there college. Like, figure out what I'm going to do, because I can't just... As much as I'd love to, I'm never going to be able to turn YouTube into a full-time career. I mean, it's enough to pay my insurance and stuff, but it's never going to be enough to live on. So I have to think long-term. And the thing I've been thinking about is, when I was going to college, I kind of picked things that just... They sounded interesting, but they weren't really... Like, I've never really found anything that clicked to me before. And that kind of changed when I was looking at some other colleges, and I found one called University of Arts Academy. I believe that's the name. I feel like I should go check that, actually. I have it bookmarked. Academy of Arts University. Sorry, I got that backward. Which is actually based in San Francisco, and I found this college about 2 months ago, and I was looking at it, and it seemed so amazing. They had online classes for all the majors that seemed really interesting to me, which is fantastic because I don't want to live in San Francisco. They had like animation and video editing and graphic design and computer science, all these different things that just sounded so interesting to me, and it was so amazing. But I've never applied to a university before. I had no idea how to go about going to a university, and I saw just to apply, just to have them look at your name, they could still say no, you can't go here, cost $100. just for them to look at your application, and that's not refundable. You don't get that back if they decide not to accept you. And that terrified me, because I didn't have just $100 to just throw away. Like, yeah, you know, I don't gamble. I was gonna say I don't believe in gambling, but I know gambling is a thing. I don't gamble, and that literally just seemed like gambling to me. And the idea of gambling with my future is really terrifying. And so I'm just like, alright, I guess that's just not meant to be, and I went on with my life. And back at the end of March, I actually went to San Francisco to visit the Twitch headquarters. And you know what was right across the street from the Twitch headquarters? That college. One of their offices was right across the street from the Twitch headquarters. And it was almost like a sign to me, like, you came back into my life. And I was talking to Spizzles the other night, my friend Spizzles, who's currently going to college in Alabama. I think he's going to the University of Huntsville or something like that. Although he's currently he's currently interning at like Ford or some car place I don't know the name of, like Dodge or Hot Wheels or something. But I was talking to him, and like, he's going to college, he's getting prepared for the rest of his life, and I'm just kind of sitting here playing Pokemon, and I didn't like it. So I decided to make the decision, like, I gotta take my own future into my hand. I was sitting around waiting for something to happen to me, waiting for someone to just be like, hey, here's your future. I can't do that. I gotta sit around and do it myself. Like, my future got really messed up by my parents, because I had a $20,000 school fund that was growing interest and just getting even bigger, that was set for my future, for me to get started going to college, or get what I need to get my future on track. And my parents spent all $20,000 and completely messed me up. Like, they took away that opportunity from me, and I had no idea how to go about getting loans, or I do know financial aid. I already applied for my FAFSA and all that, but I finally just decided, like, I can't keep making these excuses. I can't wait for something to happen, and I went and applied to that college. I paid the $100. Like, and now I'm super terrified, because they said they were going to call me within the next 48 hours to let me know, but today's Saturday, so I assume it'll probably be Monday when I get the call, because I did this on Thursday evening, and it's really scary waiting. Like, that phone call when they call me could change the entire course of my life. Like, it will. It's either going to be like, yeah, I'm going to be going to this college come September, or no, I'm not, and then I'll have to look at other colleges, and I'll have to pay more application fees and all this stuff, and I'll have to mess with my financial aid, and it's very terrifying, and it's very stressful, and I don't know why. I think about this. College is so important. If you don't get a college education, unless you get very lucky, like you're born in a rich family, or you know how to throw a baseball or something, college is so incredibly important to having a good life, or university, or whatever it is called where you live. And yet it's so expensive. Like, I was looking, like, they cost, I think they charge at the school, like, is it $800? No, I don't think it was $800. It was a few $100s per unit. And each class is 3 units, and you're expected to take 12 units a year. I think it might have been $800. I'm just gonna go with $800. So that's the case. 8 times 12 is, that's like over $9,000 a semester just to go to school. That's ridiculous. Like, I don't even make $9,000 an entire year, much less one semester. I just don't understand how they expected anybody to actually be able to afford that, but apparently a ton of people do, so kudos to them, I suppose, or a ton of people are just going to be in debt the rest of their life. But yeah, I just thought I'd talk to you guys about that, because it's just such a giant thing that's going to be happening in my life, and this decision is making me so incredibly nervous, and I just want to know already. And at least it's not an acceptance letter or denial letter, because that would probably be even more nerve-wracking, like getting the envelope in my hand and waiting the few weeks to get it. At least it's just give me a phone call, which I'm kind of worried if they say, no, we didn't accept you, I'm just going to like start crying on the phone, because that's a very realistic possibility, actually. But what is your guys's? I want to know what your guys' kind of stories are with college and stuff. Are you currently going to college? Have you already graduated? Like, a friend of mine is actually graduating in like 2 weeks from college, and that's freaking awesome. I'm so proud of her. A lot of you are probably still in high school or junior high, and I don't even know if you've ever even considered this. In which if you're still in high school or junior high and you have college coming up or university, you poor soul. I wish you all the luck. But that's what's on my thought today. I'm glad this is a longer commentary, because the grinding for this is actually like an hour long, so it's gonna be sped up like 10 times. Oh my god. But that is going to do it for us today, guys. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more of my random thoughts, please click the like button down below, because I actually enjoyed this kind of stuff. I might do more of these in the future where I just ramble to you guys without actually playing the game or anything, so I can just focus and talk to you and get my thoughts out there, because I have cool opinions. I'm a cool dude. But that is going to do it for us today. Until next time, I'm Hardy Tech Yo-Yo.